women have the power to have it all, which your brain wants you to do. It's 8 times more active than a man. Has 8 times more connective tissue in it than a man, which means every part of your brain's active. It all wants to participate in life. So to fulfill that potential that you have as women, to having it all, you have to realize you can't do it all. You need help. You need support. And you can't do it without him, your emergency man sitting on the couch. Because you're kind of proud. You go, I do it all, I do it all. Then you start complaining, I do it all, I do it all. And what you have to learn how to do is how to motivate the man off the couch. How to motivate the man to be your hero in your life when you can do it all and you're much more motivated to do it all. Which is why is it that, again, why do men run out of the dopamine so fast? That's the motivator. It's when we're under stress, the muscles absorb an amino acid called phenylalanine. Phenylalanine rebuilds muscles, but when your muscles are relaxing, it goes in your brain and makes dopamine. But if a man's under stress, he uses up his phenylalanine, he runs out of dopamine. Hence, when the mother is experiencing stress, the little child goes, I'm in danger, and if it's a male, the phenylalanine stops going to his brain to make dopamine. When you have not enough dopamine, now you feel bored and flat. Now every woman knows you've had a relationship with a guy, you know he's different in the beginning. And that's simply because there's newness. He's never seen what's under your dress. Once he's seen it, a few years, okay, I've seen that, but I haven't seen her. So there's newness. Newness is like a drug that stimulates dopamine. That's how we can sit and relax in front of a TV show and watch 3 others. We just keep moving on, moving on, moving on. Say, what are you doing? It makes you crazy. Not me. Lots of colors, lots of difference, newness, challenge, whatever. There's various things that stimulate high levels of dopamine when we're feeling low levels. And that's called addiction. We want to free the males of addiction. We want to free the males of ADD. We want to reset the male to where he realizes doing little things makes a big difference. But it's by mothers being able to be happy about the little things. I see one of my daughters with her son, like the perfect mother. This little boy does anything. Yay, look what he did. Okay, great, look what he did. They interviewed one of the world's greatest bowlers in history. He just keeps throwing strikes. That's all he does is throw strikes. They say, why do you think you're so successful? He said, when I'm a little boy, my dad had the bowling alley before they had the equipment or even the gutters. So I'd roll the ball, and if the ball went off to the side, my dad always moved the pin. So I always experienced success. And mom goes, yay. So he's pleasing dad and mom. A child who feels successful is able to stimulate this production of brain chemicals. But when a mother's not happy, a boy can never feel successful in making her happy. And he tries. Either he gives up or he becomes a people pleaser. A lot along that line, but how do we shift this around? We realize our responsibility is not just to our marriage, but to our children as well. To really focus on what can I do to lower the stress levels in my life. Because this is so critical that we find out how to do it. And I don't want to throw it just on all this information. The information on a behavioral level helps us solve the problem. But there's something even deeper, which is the physiology. Our physiologies are changing. So I'm going to finish up on the psychology, then I'm going to go to some real practical things that create changes in stress levels in a week. We eat a carbohydrate. Besides that little formula I just mentioned, every time you process sugar as a source of energy, you lose minerals. Minerals are the only substance that you cannot make. Your body can't. You make hormones, you make enzymes, you make vitamins, but you can't make minerals. Our food today is mineral deficient. And when we're under stress, we lose minerals. You can measure it in the urine coming out. When we eat carbohydrates, you measure even more minerals coming out. Every single person in this room is mineral deficient. Every single person with any stress disorder, any feeling of overwhelm, any feeling of exhaustion, the number one condition that permeates all of us is mineral deficiency. If you go to the health food stores, you'll see 10,000 supplements. If you're mineral deficient, they can only work a little bit. The beginning of the health food industry started with mineral supplementation. Everybody went, wow, this is great. Because they understood back 100 years ago that farming practice were depleting the soil of minerals. Today, UCLA does a study showing that take a head of spinach 20 years ago, measure the minerals in it, take a head of spinach, organic spinach today, measure the minerals in it, and to get the minerals of a head of spinach 20 years ago, to get that many minerals, I need 5 heads of spinach today.